So what's up, everyone? It is your girl Gel Beauty 87 here, aka Grace. Today we're gonna get into the new Colourpop X Tinkerbell collection. So I put these three things to the side because they're gonna go in your 500 giveaway that's going on right now. I have one of the eyeliners, it's the brown shimmering one, and then I have both the glosses to add to the giveaway. So if you don't know about the giveaway, you need to watch my live stream I did, my first ever live stream. Somebody asked me for it like a year ago. Well, since I finally did it. So it was the one for the giveaway. So you can go ahead and watch that and you'll find out the details about the giveaway. And then what do you call it? Then you can go to the Instagram post I made about it for all the actual official rules and what you need to do, and go from there. So anyway, I'm gonna start off with my little Tinkerbell collection. So I know I already talked to Dr. Ash and her makeup about how we didn't need this collection because we had all these colors in our collection already, but I was like, yeah, but I'm gonna still buy it, Ashley, even though we already had this talk about having all the colors. I was like, oh yeah, totally, but it's like I'm still buying it though. And as you can see, I bought like all of it. So I got the palette. These are the Super Shock shadows. I'm trying to see how I'm going to incorporate those in, because I kind of wanted to make sure I put those in too. But it's so many pretty sparkles in the palette, but we'll get to it. I got the green eyeliner. That's the one I was going to keep, of course. And as you can see, I don't have any blush or highlighter because it comes with 3 super chic cheeks. So I decided I was going to use this pinky one as the highlighter, and then I need to figure out which one of these I want to use as a blush. I'm thinking about using this darker one, so we'll probably get into those two. But this whole box was $85, and I think the collection originally on its own would have been like $96. I know Karen Harris said she bought the whole set too, so I was like, yeah, like Karen right with me, I'll be feeling it. So the first thing I thought when I saw the palette was it kind of gave me vibes of that Kylie You're So Money collection that people was pissed off with her about making, because it's like, you know, you're hoarding your money in people's faces and, you know, people wasn't feeling it. So it kind of gave me vibes of that, so I still have mine. So I forgot to show it to you. They're not exactly the same because, of course, she had to throw some browns in there. She could just have like fun greens and pinks, and hers mainly pinks. So, but since I had both, I forgot to show you both. See, this is what they look like. This one's just a cooler, grungier version of this one, but I feel like this would be a nice companion palette to this one because it has a lot of the pinks that I somewhat wish had been in this one. But since it's a small palette, I'm fine with it being grungy like this and just adding this one to it. But these are what both of them look like. I felt like it was like the same color concept ideas, just, you know, Colourpop did what they did best and did it better. Yeah, so I'm mostly excited about this palette. I kind of want some pink, so don't be surprised if I pull like that. I think it was like a deeper pink matte in that palette to put in this one. But knowing me, I'll probably just stick to the greens and like the pinky mauve tones. And then I'll probably take like this sparkly green Super Shock. I haven't opened them, so not bad. I'm just tearing up all the packaging. Oh yeah. So there's this light pink sparkly one. I'm going to open it. I hope it isn't broken. And we're good. Okay. So there's this light sparkly pink one. Then, oh, I really like this berry tone shimmery one that I'm looking at right here. This one, look at that. Gorgeous. It's definitely giving me Drift vibes. If you all remember Drift from Colourpop, they had a Super Shock like that. That was one of my personal favorites. So when I did do berry tones, and then of course there's this gorgeous green one. I'm thinking about just adding that on top of the green shade we put on the lid, or like doing both of these with the shades that are in the palette. So I'll probably use those and just save this one for another time. But I want to show you that I did have all of them. Since I said I bought the whole collection, I figured we should look at the whole collection. Now let's look at the ones I'm going to put on my face right now. Well, I had 3 of them. Oh, the third one's in the box. So this is the one I'm most likely going to use as blush today. Yeah, that one. It kind of gives me Bar Dot vibes. It's not as deep as Bar Dot. Bar Dot was my favorite Super Shock cheek from Colourpop that they discontinued, of course, but y'all know they discontinued everything. Like, it'll be there and 20 minutes later and gone. It's very disrespectful. I don't appreciate it. I'm going to use this one as a highlighter. Hopefully it's not too icy pink and I can pull it off. If so, it doesn't really matter. You only see it on the high points of my face for a little bit because we're still wearing a mask here in Illinois. And I'll show you the last one. I'm not going to wear this one, so I'm going to just throw it back in the box, but I want you to see all of them. Oh, actually, this one is pretty nice. It's like this bright pink, kind of like Corally Melon looking shade. So I like that one too, but I think I'm just sticking with the darker one since the palette is more darker grungy, if you will. I'm not going to show the lip products just because, you know, you can look on camera for those. I mean, not camera, online for those. I have these Barbie lipsticks I'm probably going to use. So I'm trying to decide between this one. And then I have like a brighter pink. I should have bought the mauve one from Barbie Lip Collection, but I didn't. So we might have to go with this one. I don't know how I feel about that though. With this eye look, I might have to end up using the nude, even though I didn't plan on doing so. That's because I forgot to bring the other one. Oh crap. Dropped my lip crayon. Boo. Anyway, I'm gonna go off camera and get... Wait, no. I'm not gonna go off camera. We gotta put these on first. Sorry. Let me focus. Do I have a brush over here for that? Okay, so I'm gonna have to go get a brush for that, and then I'll be right back. Okay? Okay. Okay, so I figured I'd use the Colourpop products. I'd use their highlighter brush. Well, it's not technically a highlighter brush, but that's what I'm gonna use it for. I think it's called a F2 now. I bought these when they originally came out, so they didn't have the numbers on them. But let me close you up so we can get into it. Okay. I'm gonna start off with the blush shade, which is Darling. Like I told y'all, it reminds me of Bar Dot somewhat by Colourpop, of course. Okay, this is lighter than Bar Dot was, but it's definitely giving like medium tan person's version of Bar Dot. Bar Dot was much deeper and more coppery looking, coppery bronzy looking, if you will, which of course would be my aesthetic because that's close to my skin tone. So I can see now I'm going to have to build this up quite a bit. So I'm trying to get a lot in the brush and then just kind of going. There we go. So I just didn't build up a lot on the brush the first time, and that's why. But it's been so long since I used one of these because they discontinued my favorite shade too. I was like, I'm going to put on too much and then be out here looking crazy. And y'all, I still got one more video to film after this. I'm ranking all of my cream and powder bronzers, so that's going to be a whole experience. I'm going to just do the powder bronzer video today, and then I'll give y'all part 2 of cream bronzer another day, because I just got the with the Kaja Bento bronzer, blush, and cream highlighter little quad or whatever, and I'm like, I want to be able to test that out for a little while too, so I'll probably feel the cream part in a couple of weeks, but I want to start off with the powder one since I have all the powder bronzers in my collection and have used all of them consistently enough. So this is what it looks like. I feel like it just looks like a fresh face, a little bit bronze on my cheeks. So it looks like a, well, it looks like a blush topper, if you will. But I really like the color. If y'all didn't see me, I swatched it on my hand. My bad, I swatched it and then I didn't show you. That's what it looks like. Gorgeous color. I'm just scared of this highlighter. I'm telling y'all, I feel like it's not about to do this popping at all for some of my skin tone. But we gonna, you know, try and make it work. Use a little bit, not get crazy with it. Cause look at that. Alright. Look at this. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna look icy and crazy. Y'all look at that. Things I be doing for YouTube, y'all. That's what. Try to focus it main toward the bottom of the face. That's fast, you know. We're gonna have a mask for most of the day, and we can look crazy in the video and the thumbnail for a few minutes, but you know, yeah, it's definitely icy. Look at my chin and my Cupid's bow. It's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, but I tried not to pick up a lot because I knew it was gonna be too icy for me to begin with, and you know that. So yeah, it's not nearly as bad as I thought it was gonna be. But again, I'm not swiping in that much because I'm not trying to look crazy out here in these streets. I'm trying to focus it lower. If you haven't noticed, I'm focusing it lower than I normally would. Well, not lower than I normally would, but I'm trying to put the majority of the product on the lower part of my face, so that way if it didn't blend in that well with my skin tone, or it gave like an ashy cast, it wasn't like high up to where you would be able to see it really well. So when I have my mask on, you can't really see it, but in the video, you're getting an idea of what the color looks like. That's mainly why I'm focusing it, where I'm focusing it, because I'm like, we can't be out looking crazy. I gotta go to Sephora and pick up the stuff at giveaway, because y'all decided we need to do 3 boxes. So we're doing 3 boxes. The third one, I'm just make a mystery box. I'm not gonna show y'all what's in it. You're just gonna like have to pick the mystery box to pick the other thing. But all the boxes will have Natasha Denona MIDI palettes in them, because they had a sale going on Beauty List where you can get the Zendo palette. So somebody getting the Zendo palette, somebody gonna get the Love palette, and somebody gonna get the Sunrise palette. Because if you all saw on Labor Day, which is coming up, they having a 50% off sale at Sephora. So I bought both of those. So everybody's box will have a Natasha Denona palette. That was the one thing I was waiting on when I told y'all I had ordered some more stuff. I'm gonna take this sponge spray and help this blend to my skin. Play it safe, y'all. I feel like I'm just be honest with you. I'm gonna just put on the new lipstick from Colourpop and go on with my day. So I'm going to do that off camera along with do an eye look off camera. Let me spray my face again. That's my one that's supposed to seal in. You know, the other one I like to press in with the sponge, but I forgot to bring it in here. So, oh well. Anyway, we're going to go off camera, get our eyes in order. I'm so excited to figure out what I'm going to come up with because I really like all the rows in here, like every color in the Colourpop palette for once, and I don't want to change this palette at all, which is rare because y'all know I'll change the Colourpop palette in a minute. Anyway, I'll be right back and figure out what I'm going to do with Life Up. And these Super Shock shadows right here, so I have to remember to swatch those. Okay. I mean, are we really surprised at what I did? I feel like we're not. So I wanted to use the other Super Shock shadow, but I ended up not using it just because I didn't like the way like the mauve tones were working. This is the Super Shock mauve shadow, and this is Super Shock I used in the inner corner, which would end up being the green one. This is Canopy from the Lush Life collection, and this is the liner from the Tinkerbell collection. I didn't like the way this looked on my waterline, so I actually put Canopy on top of it. I just swatched it so you could see the difference in between the tones. I feel like it wasn't showing up that well, but that could just because of the tone of the liner. So I ended up using this whole row. I used this in my inner corner. Wait, no, sorry. I used this whole row. I dabbed this on top of this shade right here to make it a little bit lighter because it is still spring. I mean, it's still summer. And then I used these two shades right here. So I put this underneath my lower lash line to save time as usual. Let's get started. So if you didn't get the spoiler alert, I'm not liking the eyeliner. But I feel like Colourpop eyeliners are hit and miss. Like when I went to swatch the Canopy one to show you all on my hand, like a piece of it broke off. But we all know Colourpop liners are known for doing that. So I mean, I'm really surprised. This is just one of my brushes from the Oden's Eye collection. Lately, I've been really reaching for my Oden's Eye collection brushes. My new Maybelline Mitchell brushes, and then my Morphine Jaclyn Hill brushes. I actually haven't been using a lot of my Ruffers and other things. And BK Beauty, which are the ones I normally have a tendency to reach for. But when I get new brushes, I try to try them out intensively to see if they can replace my other brushes. If they can't, I still use them from time to time just because, you know, I paid for them and you need to use them because we paid for them. But yeah. So now I'm going to take the shade Big Magic. That's the darkest mauvey tone in here. And that's my only thing about this palette. Like, I feel like the mauves in here, the shades in here are quite light. So I feel like it just ends up looking ashy with my brow bone. But it made this cool, like, weird, unique-ish, like, taupey purplish color, which is why I liked using it. And I'm just blending it all over the eye here. So I started over the brow bone and over the shade that we put down in the outer V, and then I just blended it all the way toward the front of the eye. I feel like it makes the eye look a little ashy, but, you know, I'm fine with that look because toward the back of the eye, it's giving this really cool taupey-ish, grayish, purple effect that I'm here for. And it's like, and then I just put the shimmers all over the lid and called it a day. So that was my Maybelline Mitchell brushes. Now I'm going to go on with this shade right here. And I feel like I had to use the shade Tink, so that's the one I put in my inner corner to start off with. And y'all know I had to use a shade like this. If a shade like this is in the palette, I just feel compelled and inclined to use it. Because it's so gorgeous. Like, I love shades like this. I live for shades like this. I'm obsessed. Just dust over everything because I did not do that. And as you can see, I brought the mauve shade pretty high up on the brow bone, but I was fine with the way it looked. I think it looks cool. So now let's get into the lid. So I added the Tink shade to the inner corner, but we're going to take this shade right here, which is Pixie Dust, and just dab that on top of this shade to make it a little brighter like the other side, because if you do one side, you need to be doing the other. So I just lightly touch my hand in that, and then dab it all over my eye, like so. I try to leave the outer V still a little dark, but I'm going to dab that all over the lid. I'm darkening the outer V just a tad bit more after having done that, because I feel like that gave quite a bit of brightness, so we want to bring some of my depth back. And I did end up taking the lightest Barbie shade just because I felt like that pink wouldn't go with it when I was initially going to do pink. Then I felt like it went better, but because I'm not doing that anymore, I just felt like the new shade would work best. Now for inner corner, I'm going to start off with the shade Tink, and then I'm going to go over the Super Shock shadow on top of it. And then we can zoom out and have a lovely discussion. I couldn't go out using the shade Tink in the, Tinkerbell collection. I just felt like maybe it insult. Yeah, do y'all have it happen like gunk gets caught up in your inner corner when you like trying to dust? Get it done and there's like a weird mark behind. Because I feel like lately it does that to me all the time, and then I've been getting annoyed like, ugh. Now the shade I used was called Straight On Till Morning. That's the name of this greenish shade. It's been so long since I played with this Super Shock shadow. Not like a super long time. I mean, I've played with one like this year. It's just, I remember when they used to be all the rage, and now it's just like, they're cute or whatever. I know my co-worker is obsessed with them. Like, she lives for a Super Shock shadow. She has like a whole collection. She sent me a video of it on, I think, on my phone or on Instagram, of just like her whole Colourpop collection of Super Shocks. And she just bought the princess one that they came out with the collection. So there are some diehard Super Shock fans out there, and she is definitely one of them. So y'all, I'm here for this eye look. How about you? Yes, please. Let's zoom it all out and discuss this collection as a whole. Okay. Y'all, I am here for the Tinkerbell collection. The funny thing is, I wasn't even really a fan of Tinkerbell. I liked Peter Pan or whatever, but yes, I'm here for Tinkerbell's collection. Like, this palette alone, I am here for. Like, I know I didn't need it, but like, I'm totally fine with having it in my collection, and so glad that I got it. Look at these colors. Oh my god. Yes, 1,000 times yes. I had no problem paying full price for it, because look at these colors. Where, like, to me, this is just another version of me personified in the palette. I feel like lots of palettes I like, they're like different moods of who I am at certain times, and this is just like another mood of me, y'all. And the quality on this is actually really nice. Let me swatch some of the shades I didn't use. I'll swatch the mauve shade for sure, so you can see what I was talking about that. It has like this cool weird taupiness underneath, and then it has like these nice glittery sparkles in it, so that's nice. And I figured I should swatch like the gold shade too, since I didn't use it. We know I was going to use all the green, so I don't need to swatch those. You saw those on my eye. But yeah, so here's the taupe shade right here. And then there's like the nice goldish shade right there. But yeah, y'all, oh my god, yes, this palette. Yes, if you wanted to get it, grab it. Yes. The formula is amazing. The palette is amazing. The color story is just everything that my little heart desired and hoped it would be. Oh my god, y'all, I'm so excited. I probably should have put pictures of this on my Instagram first, but I was too thirsty and excited to, like, get it and use it, to the point where I like just pulled out the box this morning. It's like, go, put it on your eyeballs now. Yes. So yes, I am so excited about this collection. I actually really like the Super Shocks. I'm surprised that this wasn't as icy as I thought it was going to be. Y'all saw the swatch on my hand earlier, but I swore I thought this was going to be way icier. Let me swatch this last one that I didn't swatch. It looks really, what did I say, like, has the coreless kind of vibes to it. And then I guess I should swatch the other Super Shock shadow that I didn't use. But yeah, they hit it out the park with this one. Ooh, I really like that tone. This is the extra Super Shock that I didn't put on, but that looks really nice as well. Like, I feel like they just hit it out the park with this collection. It is stunning. It is amazing. I am so happy to have it. And I would tell you to go get your hands on it, because I'm telling y'all, it's a whole vibe. Like, I feel like I'm just, a fairy myself with this. I'm like a grungy fairy, which I'm totally fine with. The lip products I told y'all I'm going to try. The only thing I'm disappointed in is this eyeliner. I feel like it just didn't do what I needed it to do. But I know Colourpop eyeliners are hit and miss, so I wasn't like too upset that it didn't work, because I knew I had the Canopy one that I swatched on my hand and showed you all to fall back on to go with this eye look, because this one just wasn't getting it. I'd say get the ones from the Lush Life collection over the one that came with this collection. So the things I'm most excited about are the Super Shocks. Of course, we know I'm living for the palette, so the Super Shock blushes in the palette I'm living for. The single Super Shocks, they're okay. Like, I'm not obsessed with them. if you find a color you really like and you want to buy one, I guess so. My bad, I'm supposed to swatch this last one. The one I'm swatching now is going to be Fly to Your Heart. Go ahead and swatch that one. So I'm not super impressed with the colors of those other than the green one. It's this nice little sparkly note right here. So it's not like anything super exceptional or exciting. It's not like it's not a color you don't have in your collection, sis. So if you don't get it, your world won't come to an end. You will be fine. But yeah, so I love this collection and those are my thoughts. Get your hands on these Super Shock blushes and then get your hands on this eyeshadow palette. And then I recommend this one, but y'all know I just love me a green. But there's enough greens in the palette to where this isn't a necessity. I just bought it because the whole collection actually intrigued me. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Remember, you all are dimes. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Be blessed, girl. Bye.